no one can see this view on the world, but I have a lens on how I think the next year will go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that year to today for us. And I'm going to teach you exactly where I think the future is going with these models, specifically for go-to-market, and help you envision that future today. And we're going to do it by taking some of the frameworks that I talk about in my next course. I swear, this weekend, I swear. It is actually almost done. I redid the whole thing. I feel good about it now. It's in a great place. Not important. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the future to today for you. And you're going to see in the next 10 minutes what it looks like to be able to launch a live marketing campaign in 30 minutes and what the future looks like and how our tools are connected. So let's bring that future of tomorrow today. I am trying to bring the future into today. One of the things that I believe about the future is that they will be controlled by things like MCP servers. So you need to go online and learn about an MCP server. And what I want to do is I want to be able to connect with an MCP server that can talk to structured data via the form of APIs, and where I can connect locally to Claude with an MCP server on top of an automation platform like Zapier, like N8N, like a tool like Clay. And so what I want you to do is I want you to go search the web and evaluate who are the automation platforms right now that have MCP servers that I can connect with today, that have AI agents that can search the web, and where I can programmatically create automations on top of those APIs just via the MCP protocol. So they have to have a really, really rich MCP protocol. All right, well, what is a model context protocol? I think that's what MCP is. Claude invented it, and basically right now I'm connected to the Shovels database via an MCP and Zinc, actually. And so the value of this is basically that you can structure unstructured data, and you can do it inside of Claude, and Claude can have all of this concepts. Great. It feels like the Zapier MCP might be key. Yeah, early stages. Yeah, okay, interesting. So we're gonna look a little bit. Great. Let's actually figure out which of these, and I'll explain in a second. Okay, can you evaluate which tool I should go with? I'm also looking to like keep. I want the most robust MCP server, and I'm really looking to figure out where I can do almost everything just via the MCP server, which is both read and write. So can you evaluate these? And this is specifically for go-to-market. So can you evaluate the options and determine what is the best MCP agent here that I can talk with structured data via the form of APIs and unstructured data via like AI agents searching the web, where I can blend these two and I can do everything in the MCP interface. So go look at this really deeply. So the idea here is that if I can start talking to structured data, which means truth, and then blend it with unstructured data, which is like AI agents, and then have AI merge those two things together, suddenly you can do everything that you need to just inside of Anthropic. And it dramatically increases the speed at which you can do things. You're not in the UI anymore. You still have the value of high scale data, which you can't really do inside the models, at least not today. And also, you don't have to worry about getting things wrong because the iteration process is so much faster. You're going to see this come to the Cannonball, where we will start, hopefully relatively soon, start baking in some of these MCP servers and interacting with them and developing permissionless value props live. But great. It feels like well-established brand. Great. Unstructured data. Okay, well, that's okay. Okay. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to envision connecting up to a handful of different APIs, to the Shovels API and to Rapid API. And I want you to think about connecting up to Appify and Serper.dev. So I want you to create the exact process for me to build this whole workflow, and then tell me if you had connection to these tools today, how long would it take you to build the full workflow for me and bring results back in the MCP server? Give me an idea. This is what the future looks like, where you are talking to chat. You know you have an F-14 pilot. Thank you very much. And you can talk with that structured data. You can go explore that structured data. Great. Yeah. Great. We'll get APIs. Oh, see, this is what's really interesting. So let's actually ask another question. Can I actually use the MCP server to configure the APIs? Like, do I have to do this myself? And is there a way, like, what can I do just in the MCP server? Can I create API calls? Can I have Claude write them to me? Can Zapier really like create those with the MCP server? Give me an understanding. Oops. Settings, history. This is how we do it. It's not going to be in a, well, maybe. It's not going to be in a chat. Great. It's not going to be in a ChatGPT. It's probably not going to be in a chat. It might be in ChatGPT. But really what you want to do is you need to connect with your systems. You need to connect with the outside world. You need to blend those two things and turn it into workflow only with chat. This is what the future looks like. Mark my words, April 29th, 2025, that you will see tools that are working with MCP servers where OpenAI, et cetera, they don't have to go structure the world for you. But if you can talk to both AI agents and structured data, connect it up with your systems, and recursively improve it via chat, that suddenly means that even the stuff that takes me a couple of hours to do is going to happen in minutes. And the single people that will win in this new world are the ones that know the questions to ask and the workflows to build with the ability to discern brilliance from bullshit. Have a beautiful day.